stress this point enough, brothers and sisters. You have got to open your heart to the universe in order to receive divine transmissions that are the energies that benefit you, that are of an asset to you. If you are in a relationship or interaction, partnership, some sort of like business transaction, whatever it is, and somebody's broken your heart, and you unconsciously shut your heart down in its entirety, you are now blocking all forms of divine transmissions from entering the energy field of your reality. And when you're doing this, you're creating resistance and friction. And now you're lowering your vibration to where you are now a vibrational match for the darkness. And that whole process kicks itself off, spiraling downward, making a million excuses why you shouldn't do something progressive in your life and not coming up with one reason why you should. Think of the darkness as a spider. Not that it's bad, because there's many levels of darkness, only some of which are malevolent. Let me make myself clear to that point. And spiders are not bad, neither are bats. We need them. Without them, we'd be hip deep in insects. I'm not saying that, I'm not putting a negative connotation on something here. That's not the intent or purpose of this video. I'm just using it as an analogy, as an example. Think of the darkness as a spider that patiently waits for the fly to enter its web. And then it's going to do what it does. It's going to envenomate you. It's going to wrap you up and cocoon you. And then it's going to sink its fangs in and suck you dry like a milkshake. That's what the darkness does. It's waiting for you to drop your guard, so to speak, and not allow the light into your energy, into your frequency, into your heart, into your soul. So if somebody breaks your heart, and please listen to me closely and carefully when I say this, your heart is your home because it belongs to heaven. Your heart is a home with an infinite amount of doors, not just one. So if somebody breaks your heart in a romantic relationship, or one of your children have done something to hurt you, or whatever it is, and they've broken your heart, that is your business. Nobody can tell you to get over it and move on, or that psychobabble nonsense they try and push on us, with all the garbage self-help books out there and all that junk, and how people are making crazy money off of people's pain and suffering. It's just a bunch of nonsense. That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying that your heart is your home and has an infinite amount of doors. Pain is processed individually. We each do it in our own separate, distinct, individual manner. Nobody can tell you you're right, wrong, or otherwise, or how you're dealing with things. But what you must do is, forgiveness is up to you, by the way. It's most certainly an option. But what you must do is you must release the energies that this pain or these burdens are comprised of to the universe, so you can free yourself from that density, that heaviness, that tonnage, that massive load. So when somebody breaks your heart, your first inclination is to shut down everything. Like in other words, if you're being attacked, shut everything down, board up the windows, lock the doors, put chains and bolts on everything, and that's it. Nobody's coming in ever again, ever again. Well, when you're doing that, yes, you're building a wall and you're keeping the world out, but you're also imprisoning yourself, and you're preventing the universe from sending you divine transmissions. So by doing that, you are now going to essentially put your life on a pause mode, and everything's going to just stop. And then you're just going to be at a standstill at the crossroads of your life. So you got to get over it. In the sense that I say this, that I'm not saying get over the pain and everything. I'm saying get over the fact that it happened. Release the experience. Let it go. Let it go. Don't hold on to it. Don't tether your feelings and emotions to this negative, toxic experience and hold it indefinitely, because what you're doing is you're prohibiting the universe from sending you anything new into your life, any new experiences. Think, like I've said this before, the only analogy that I can give you is like, imagine if you're in a factory, you're standing in front of a conveyor belt and a box comes down, then the box stops. You open it, you take what you want, and then the conveyor belt starts again, then the next new one, then the next new one. That's how experiences are. They're not all going to be pleasant, because what is to be learned from everything just being pleasant and kind and loving and happy? You're not going to learn much from it. The object lesson of life is pain. It leaves an indelible impression upon the subconscious membrane of our heart and our mind, but it's there for a reason, because from our deepest wounds arrives our greatest wisdom. You know, you can't have sunshiny days all the time because everything would die. You need the rain, you need the clouds, the snow, the elements of nature and the seasons. Through deceivingly rapid, imperceivable motions, the transitional seasons of life always change, because change is the metamorphosis that allows us to become transformational butterflies. You know, unless something moves, it's not going to change. And you have to move beyond whatever happened that caused you to cripple your heart or paralyze your compassion, or break your heart, or whatever, however you want to word it. But you got to move on from it. You've got to move on from it. You got to get up. You know, you got to stop being emotionally paralyzed and mentally crippled. These are emotional crutches that you're using. You don't need them. You could walk all along. You could run. You could fly. So stop being afraid. Somebody does something to you. Don't say, why is this happening to me? Alter your perception and say, what is the universe attempting to teach me through the energies of these experiences? And that conscious shift will make a world of difference, because when you change the way you view the world you view will change. It's true. It all depends on how you perceive it, because reality is a matter of perception. Actuality is truth, and the actuality of all events is that the universe is far beyond our mortal comprehension. We don't even know what it's doing. Not even Jesus knows what's on the mind of God, so how can we? So don't even try to go there. You're not going to be able to do it, man. But anyway, premise of this video is open your heart to the universe, to God, to yourself, to your spirits, because your heart is your home that has an infinite amount of doors, because there's not just one kind of love. There isn't just romantic love. There's self-love, love of possessions, love of your life, love of your family, love of, it goes on. And for each very separate, distinct type of love, the very embodiment is a representation of another door that is a part of that heart, which it goes on forever. So if you want to shut down that one door that has been broken by a romantic relationship, then shut it down. And if you want, it'll be a sad thing if you keep it shut forever. But if you want to, go for it. But leave all of the other doors open. Love of life, love of animals, love of helping people, whatever it is, leave all those doors wide open, because this way the divine can send you transmissions that will help you and help others and help yourself. Because if you start feeling sorry for yourself and you go into a pity party and you start self-deprecating, you're a victim. You're going to be preyed upon by the darkness. Remember, the presence of self-deprecation indicates an absence of self-love. So if you start feeling sorry for yourself, you're spiraling down, 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 down. And that's exactly where that spider is waiting for you. And then it's going to envenomate you. It's going to wrap you up in its web. It's going to puncture you with its fangs and suck you dry, and then you're going to be a withered, desiccated husk. You're going to be a lifeless shell, just like all of the other people out here. Lifeless, emotionless, empty. And they feel that life is meaningless. Poor me, poor me, poor me. Why me, why me, why me? Oh, why didn't this happen? Why did that happen? Oh, this didn't go this way for me, so I have to feel sorry for the rest of my life and make everybody around me miserable just like I am. Do you really want that? You don't want that. Open your heart to the divine. Don't be afraid to be vulnerable and susceptible to the divine. If you don't want to be to people, I clearly understand that. Who wants to be? But you've got to open your heart in order to receive, because if not, you're just going to be blocking the entire time. And then your life will never change. And you would just have a continuous existence of unhappiness, misery, suffering, sorrow, and disconnection. And that's not a life, because thriving is far more than living. Existence is less than survival. So you're going to be existing. You're not going to be thriving. But the choice is always yours. You can either be an ally to God or forever remain a hostage to the ego. But the